Boots that we hated.
Boots I
Asics,
hated.
man. Any
X-Blades. If you knew the kids that wore X-Blades and they used to wear pants under their shorts. they were the worst.
My dad took me to Athlete's Foot for new boots, and they fitted me for Asics.
Oh no!
And like the runner boot.
Oh
and
no!
I got home and I bawled my eyes out for like the whole night.
No, you couldn't.
And my mum was like, Peter, you can't make her play in these.
Yeah.
So thank God my mum took me back and went to Rebel, and I got some shoes that were not good for my feet, but I looked good.
But they looked good. That's all that
the
matters.
Asics runner boots.
Your dad took your Athlete's Foot.
And they were so heavy as well.
Yeah.
They were like...
Perfect. All right, you guys good to go?
Yeah, bro.
Woo. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. It's Let 'em Shoot. We're back again. Back in the regular studio this week. We're in Sydney for a couple weekends.
Yes, sir.
It was cool vibes. But, you know, we're here. It's your boy MJ. You know who it is, Born in Africa gang. And look, if you've been following us for time,
Yes, sir.
you're around for Final Whistle vibes. You know who it is to my right. But, Krista, please introduce yourself.
I am back.
Hey! Mumsy.
Good. It's so nice to... Thank you so much. What a welcome. It's been so good to be in the new studio. I just had another baby.
Yeah.
I just had to take a bit of time.
Yeah, we got praise God. Praise God for
So
everyone.
much
One of
love
these?
today.
Clap one on them.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm back, and it's so good to be back with these guys. I've been waiting for this moment, especially you.
Best friend.
Best friend.
Liverpool gang.
You guys
is-
came in the best time as well.
Yeah.
You could have had me last week.
I know, it would have been
Damn it.
good, yeah.
And to my left.
PBB.
Sheesh.
You know, I got that smile back, baby. Chelsea's been winning 3 on the trot. Life's good. Champions League next round. You know what it is. I'm smiling now again. So yeah, I'm back.
Let's go.
I even comment on everything now. I comment.
okay,
Don't
yes.
worry. I'm
Yes,
back.
sir. Yes, sir.
To my left.
Yeah, Pengus Tech is back again. Hay Fever Survivor. I couldn't be happier now that I'm back with Krista on the show. It's just a wonderful moment for everyone here. I think Let 'em Shoot fans, if you don't know, if you're new, whatever, you better get to know quickly because she'll be here for a while.
She's the GOAT.
Depends if Liverpool keep winning or losing.
I'll be here regardless.
It's not Tom.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We lose one game.
where's
Tom's
Tom?
busy.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
You
Liverpool
can replace
lose.
me.
Tom called it quits.
I think he quit with Jeremy somewhere.
Yeah.
I think they went to America.
Are
They
they in
retired.
America? They're in the States.
Then I moved to Korea.
Yeah, man.
Sheesh.
Soul.
Yeah.
Dropping like flies.
But speaking on
Wait.
Oh yeah.
What do we got to do before we start, bud?
Guys, you should know the drill by now. If you don't know if you don't know, if you don't know what to do by now, Riley, tell him. Yeah, sorry to put you on the spot like that. Nah, but you gotta like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends to like, share, subscribe. Then tell their friends to like, share, subscribe. And turn that notification bell on. Because I know you already done it. And your friend did it. But you gotta tell their friend's friend to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we rate in the comments.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Rate in the
Comments again this week, huh?
Comments are looking nice.
We look at them.
I feel like every video, more and more comments, more and more engagement. That's what we want. We want to see that so we can engage with you guys, talk about some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we agree? Do we disagree? But on that note, what are some comments from last week's episode that we want to kind of talk about?
Yeah. I can kick this off because I have one.
Please do.
I like this comment by Aaron Otero 3835. He said, absolutely, this got 5 likes, this comment on a YouTube video. Absolute banger, fellas. I would love to spend a day with Bud just to see what his logic and thinking is like. Haha, I got a headache just from listening to him try to explain his arguments. It makes for great content though. And I love that you all can have serious debates and discussions, but still leave as a tight-knit group.
Sheesh, that's
So sweet.
That's a beautiful
That
comment.
is
good
a
comment,
beautiful
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can sort that out, man. We can hang out if you want.
Yeah. Meet and greet.
Yeah. Now we'll do meet and just chill.
You got a few mentions in the comments, man.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get in.
You had a big episode.
Shout out to Manzi Hashim, who also commented 2 days ago in the previous video. He said, "Damn, bud," and he did the 2 skull emojis. He said, "The best one yet. Love from Canada."
Oh, Canada.
Man,
Wow.
I love Canadians now. I might have to go over there, Toronto, chill out with you. So, Manzi, if you want to hang out, let me know, bro. I'll organize a trip.
I got to shout out Elliot Kundif, and he said drop the merch. Yeah. I have to make that happen.
I know. Me and
Few
you were
little
rocking it
drops.
in the app.
Few little drops here and there.
Maybe a little couple things. Maybe we'll start making some other stuff.
Yeah,
Who
might
knows?
have to, man.
If you want it, you can get it.
Yeah, and the only way you're gonna find out is if you like, share, subscribe.
100%.
That's it.
Follow Insta. That's where
Yeah,
it's going.
Insta. We need Insta. We need that Insta bag.
Yeah.
I think we need to get like what, 5K,
5K
10K end of the
That'd be
year.
end of the year.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
Need
for
that.
Sure. There's, 10 months to go, 9 months to go.
100%.
This.
Yeah.
I love this comment from Joe Wilson. Such a sweet, underrated channel. Love from England. This is an underrated channel.
You know, the English people, they don't really love us that much.
They
They-
don't.
they
So it's
about
nice
it.
to get some
Especially
love
on
from England
TikTok.
for once.
Yeah, they ain't about
So
it.
getting the love from England, that feels good.
Yeah.
I feel like the
Thanks,
biggest thing we kind of noticed with reactions to that video was Haaland's. There was a big Haaland debate.
Yep.
Which I think was number one.
Yeah.
There was some small ones like Rashford being number one.
Yeah.
Fair enough. but-
Odegaard above Party, they liked it.
Which
A lot of
is-
people liked it,
Oh,
which was
really?
very confusing.
I mean, if you watch the game on the weekend, Party looked like a Rolls Royce.
of course,
out there,
and
man.
I saw one comment on TikTok. I know we shouldn't really get into that as much because we don't really care that much about the TikTok comments. One guy said, Odegaard is the only world-class player at Arsenal. I couldn't believe it.
What game are you watching?
I couldn't
really?
believe it.
But I think if we talk about Haaland, are we still saying that he should be in the top 10? Chris, because you had a list. I mean, I don't know how you didn't get violated, but it's all right. You've been pregnant.
I got the question wrong. I have baby brain. It was a mixture of things, but I, of course, had him in my list. I'm just going with what Samuel was saying. To have the season he's having, the amount of goals he scored, impact or not, you have to have him. He has to be in the top 10. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
facts. And to go on from that, someone in the comments, actually, this is amazing because they helped me out a lot. They said, you know how that whole argument that Jeremy and Tom were making to see the importance of goals, and they were saying that Harry Kane his goals have had more of
saw
an
this
importance.
comment.
But this comment, they said,
Yeah.
Haaland's goals equate to 18 points
Yep.
for City this season, and Kane's goals equate to 16 points. So less important.
And
Jeremy.
18 points from one player?
That's
big.
crazy.
Incredible.
you know who's probably seen these comments? Tom, Jeremy. Where are they today?
Good point.
Where are they? Tom, Jeremy, where are you? You know?
Yeah. There we
It makes sense now. It really does make sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
I think the only way we can agree with some comments is if our question was who's the most technical player,
Yeah.
or in terms of being talented, okay, this is a debate. He should be in there. But in terms of like the overall package,
For
gotta
me,
be
he
in
had
the
to be in.
list.
And I won't argue too much about if you had him lower than where he was placed or whatever. That can be your own personal preference.
Yeah.
But he just has to be on the list. And we also got a mention from Tom Garrett. He made a video.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, man.
that's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
Pause.
Hey, Denai's not even here, man. What's going on?
damn.
I reckon MJ had a whole weekend with Denai.
Yeah. Oh,
This is what's happening.
oh, you MJ went Sydney.
Yeah, I was in Sydney.
Oh, shit. You went to Korea. You saw Denai, new house.
Yeah, I went by Korea, Denai was there moving mad as always.
Yeah.
Our viewers would be like so confused.
be like,
They'd be like, MJ went Korea? Like, Denai's in Korea now?
Shit. What's going on? They're gonna go on Instagram, check out your profile. Shit.
But I
us we're lying.
want to stay on the Prem. It's been an interesting weekend. But I think one team we really need to talk about,
Do we?
because they've had an interesting run, really. They've had an interesting run. For a moment in time, they were looking good outside Champions League. They hadn't lost in 4 or 5 games. Had a draw in the middle of there. But I think we saw Liverpool, and we're going to talk about Liverpool.
That's fine.
They took the L against Bournemouth. It's a 1-0.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Liverpool? And not so much this season, but in terms of like that result in the grand scheme of things. Because now if we look at Liverpool, they're sitting at 6. That was a big chance to jump to 5. And they would have been, 3 points behind?
Where we were already 3 points behind Tottenham with a game in hand.
Yeah.
And now we sit 6 points behind with a game
Yeah.
in hand. So, and we've got the toughest run coming up with games
I
against
can't even
Arsenal,
think about
Chelsea, City, all in the next 4 games.
Yep.
Oh man, I don't know. It's so frustrating because how hot and cold we are is something we've never, not never seen, but in the last 6 years, I'd say we've had the level of consistency that's been incredible. But now we're at a point where it's like the consistency is just not there. How do you go from winning 7-0 one week to then 1-0 loss against second last place Bournemouth? It doesn't make sense to me. And I think Klopp, he has to be, they have to look at him in terms of his team selection, in terms of players that are consistently, I don't know, he just made strange changes.
The substitutions were just...
Don't get me started on the subs. Because firstly, who changes the side that's just won 7-0?
Yeah.
That's a part that I don't get. Maybe you're resting players from Madrid, but the Madrid tide looks pretty dead and buried.
I feel like Prem should be the focus.
So
surely.
making top 4 should be the focus. Yeah. How are you changing a lineup? I know it's only one change, but you're changing a lineup that just won 7-0. Doesn't make sense. And then when you're bringing on subs, you're changing the whole shape and formation, and then bringing on players like Milner and Henderson to...
There's the game dead as soon as they come on every week. And it's strange. He has made this year his decisions, his substitutions. He's just killed games off, and you're like, it's so unlike him, and it's frustrating as a Liverpool fan to watch. And I'm with you. How do we go from winning 7-0 to not being able to score against Bournemouth?
Yeah.
When was the last time Salah missed a penalty? I
can't tell you. I think he's only missed one at Liverpool.
Yeah.
That was the first time he's ever missed a target on a penalty.
That was just...
And he didn't slip. He didn't do nothing. It just went wide.
You could even tell like he was going to miss it. I think just
the
the way he put it.
Yeah.
Me and Bud both said he was going to miss.
He's going to miss.
Yeah.
Just before it
I said it was going to hook it like completely. And he runs up. It looks like he was trying to do it on purpose.
It looks like he was aiming
That's
to miss.
what me and my brother were saying.
So
like, I
weird.
feel like he meant to miss. It was just,
It
was
just
very
looked
strange.
so strange.
There was controversy as to
Bruno did it just before
Ollie.
Oli got
Ollie.
sacked.
Yeah. There was
Gerrard did it before
Gerrard.
Benitez.
Yeah,
that's
I remember
right.
that.
Chris, I got a question for you. We look at the squad. The starting lineup, it looked pretty decent, to be fair. That's probably your strongest back line.
It's up, definitely.
Yeah.
Our strongest back
Midfield,
line.
not too bad. Maybe Harvey Elliott rolls out.
Yeah.
But in terms of Liverpool and where they sit, do they need a squad rebuild? Or is it a weird transitional phase where there's players coming in, players that are injured, players that need to go?
We definitely need a rebuild. I don't think it's frustrating because you look at our backline and we have a world-class backline, which in so many games, they're just in shambles. And it's like, how is this happening? Maybe we do need to fix the backline. But I feel like, obviously, we've been saying it all season, the main issue is our midfield. But I think we definitely do need a squad rebuild. We need to just get rid of the shit, like your Caters, your Ox, not that Ox has been playing, but just players that come on and just add nothing. Milner has to go. I don't know how on earth, why we signed him for another year.
Keeps winning the beep test. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's
it
right.
has to be, though.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
just-
preseason.
Yeah, something has to change. And if nothing changes over the summer, we're done for.
I feel like the rebuild is something that should have happened. It's obviously hindsight.
It's a
because
season
we
too
had
late.
we were in contention for 4 trophies. So to say that we should have rebuilt it after that. But I think if you can see it, and I know that they could see it because everybody's aging.
Yeah.
The whole front three is now it's not a front three anymore. It's not the same big three. Van Dijk's getting old off injuries. Henderson's old. Fabinho's aging. Players, Thiago's aging, constantly injured. We have injuries all the time. So I think if they had brought in, let's say, 3 or 4 players in the summer for all the positions, then I feel as though we could have used this season to like gel, get ready for some big signings
For sure.
next year.
What do you
Yeah.
say, bud?
I just heard Samuel spit some facts.
Spin bars.
Front three is aging. Salah is losing hair. Van Dijk's getting slower. Milner's getting older. He's growing out a beard. Doesn't look nice. What else did he say? Fabinho's getting old. But there's one thing that always stays the same.
What stays the same?
Trent stays Trent.
Trenton. He's Trenton.
Trent, man, it actually brought a tear to my eye seeing him go back to his normal
Horror
form.
show, bro.
It
Horror
was
show?
beautiful. This guy was not even looking.
He's normal form.
Left foot into the middle, no one's there.
Yeah.
And then doesn't track back. Like it's a counter. He started a counter against his team.
I
Doesn't
feel
go
like
back.
we need to buy someone to contest Trent's position.
Yeah, well,
That's
Yeah.
my
It's
question.
like James Milner's on the bench. Like, I'm not going to get taken
Exactly.
off. Obviously got taken. But there's no one.
and the thing is, we signed a right back at the start of the year, Ramsey, but he's come in and hasn't played a single second of football.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And then you look at the goal. We watched it. and I made sure Sam saw this. Trent didn't scan once.
Don't worry, I
to
see it, bro.
To see where Billing
see
was.
it. You don't need to
And
tell
Billing
us.
started
I
his
see it.
run from outside the box.
Yeah.
Came in.
You know,
Uncontested.
you know,
He's 6'4". You can't miss this guy.
you know what I think
You can't miss him.
You know what I think his worst attribute is? I think it's his awareness.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his one-on-one defending. I think he's
No.
okay
He
at one.
switches off.
Yeah.
If you look at that Champions League final as well, that was a perfect example of just
awareness.
being like
ball watching.
lost in the game.
It's
a very
literally no
interesting-
awareness. To play fullback, you have to have awareness with what's behind you because
Facts.
wingers nowadays are goal scorers. So they're going to get in the box. They're going to try and score. Billing is on even his vision side. He's not even on his blind
He's
side.
tall as well.
And yet he still consistently runs in a straight line and Billing one little check. It's not even a check. It's just a step and he gets it there and he's in front and he scores.
Yeah. Or you move there. Billing has to change his whole run.
Yeah.
That's literally all you got to do. If
Yeah.
you cover that space, Billing has to go
It's a
around.
contested
Exactly.
movement.
There's
So he
been-
doesn't just.
At least are sticking a leg in and the shot's under pressure.
Facts.
If he's
Exactly.
still like that, then all right.
It even came off his like. It didn't even come off his bloody
studs.
foot.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like this just shows to me, for all the times that I have been so thing on footballers at right and left back, players being able to be so good going forward, it really shows
You've gotta
how much
really
it
defend.
hurts you if you can't defend. Whereas
Facts.
players like Wan-Bissaka copped heat for so long, and now he's showing with a different coach.
Exactly.
Who can coach him.
Who can coach him.
Yeah.
He can perform because defensively he's
elite.
He's elite.
He's up there.
He's elite.
He's probably the best. One-on-one. He's
One-on-one
Defensively,
defender.
he's elite.
Yeah. Elite.
Ben White has showed putting a centre back at right back, elite, because on the ball, they're getting better.
Yeah.
And defensively, they don't
Locks.
get beat.
Yeah, it's locks.
And crosses, because crosses are such a big thing in football right now. If you got someone who can defend at the back post, which Trent just can't defend at the back post.
Is it stubbornness though?
But
I don't know what
Because
it
it's
is.
years, like it's constant. He's surely seen all these videos. Everyone just like hammering in pause for doing the exact same thing every single time. It has to be him being stubborn now.
Chris, do you agree?
Because it's gone to a point.
I think you're right. He just has no special awareness. There is probably 80% of the time when we're defending, he's in no man's land.
But then how is he
He's
watching these
just,
videos?
I don't know. I don't know if he just doesn't care and all he cares about is,
care.
you know, his,
Must just be
his stats
assist.
going forward.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I just think
It's so strange.
he's just bad at it. Because if you
just-
look
yeah.
if you look at the line, he's always either 3 meters behind or
yeah.
3 meters in front.
The amount of times he plays people
He's-
onside as well.
yeah.
On
There
that
was
far
one.
side.
There was one that got called offside, but they were onside. They didn't score.
Yeah.
Trent
He
was,
was-
3 meters behind the line, and he kept the guy onside.
Was it the right winger? Or
It was
Otara?
I think it was the left winger had tucked inside,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Trent was marking no
Nah,
man
he's
Yeah.
he's awful.
But the rest of the time, he's like higher than Salah. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no in between. It's-
yeah, at all.
And you don't have Henderson
Frustrating.
anymore. It's not the
Exactly.
same.
Yeah,
it's not
100%.
It's not 26-year-old Henderson.
But even
It's-
when he's playing, he's not covering Trent anymore.
No.
And I think that really
You'd get
shows
sick
his
of that
That's,
as well.
that's what it is.
well.
I think that I was saying to Bud actually. I brought that up as a reason for why I think Trent's getting found out more is because Henderson doesn't have the same legs as
Doesn't-
he,
yeah.
as he used to.
And
there's no
he
cover.
used to spend almost, I reckon, 60% of the game
Just stop
defensively,
Yeah.
Facts.
doubling up on Trent's man and covering in behind that space
just
when
can't
Trent
do it
leaves
anymore.
I want to play a little game.
it. Okay.
Let's look at Liverpool, the squad.
Yep.
We're gonna say keep, sell, and loan.
Nice.
So we're just gonna rattle through the whole squad. If they're a bit of a younger player, they've recently come into the side. That's different.
Yeah.
But I think for the core team, we're just gonna be pretty ruthless. Allison,
Keep.
no-brainer.
No brainer.
Adrian,
It doesn't matter to
doesn't
me. So,
matter.
Keep.
Third keeper,
Yeah,
Kelleher,
he's-
doesn't really matter. Joe Gomez.
loan.
Sell.
Loan or sell.
Sell.
You're not
me,
getting
I'm
money
selling.
for him. You're not getting
Sell.
money.
I reckon we can get 20 mil for him at
20
least.
mil?
Cap. There's no way.
You can, bro.
There's
You
no
can.
way.
If players like Tilly O'Kara can go for 20 mil to West Ham,
Point.
he can go 20 mil to West
Nah,
Ham.
but
selling- I'm
I think
selling
he's
Joe
exposed. I think you needed to sell him straight after he came back from injury, so no one knew how bad he got. No twerker in world
I think
football.
it needs to be
is gonna get 20
a
million.
bottom table team.
Yeah.
And be
To be-
he
one
can
of
go
the
to
best
a,
players.
he
Yeah.
can go to a
MJ.
Forest. Can he not for 20 mil? He can.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
telling me?
he can. No, he can.
You're telling me Nottingham are gonna pay 20 million for a booty shaker?
Of course.
No one's paying 20 million for a booty shaker.
Of course. They
No
signed
way.
they signed literally a TikTok dancer and paying him 200k a week.
Exactly.
Hey,
Give him 200k. That's it.
He'll turn up to Bournemouth. They'll be like, not tonight.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
People were selling what to
So
play.
I'm telling you, they'd pay 20 mil for Joe Gomez. I think they would.
He's been at one of the best teams
Yeah.
in the Prem. He'll get
Yeah.
picked up. Van Dijk.
Keep.
I think you have to keep him. He's still one of the best centre backs in the league,
think-
despite what people say.
Definitely, and I think he's perfect to help us get through to the next phase of whatever Liverpool is.
That
keep
little
him-
stage he
I
was
keep him
in
because I
showed
like
out.
watching him do his horror shows. I think if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Hey,
Nah,
since he
but
came
like,
back from injury,
he's
we
made
went
me.
5 games without conceding in the league.
Yeah, but now he's back to normal.
1 game. We lost 1 game, man.
All right, let's move on. Kanate.
Keep.
I like him.
I like him.
Keep.
I reckon he's got big talent.
He's one of the best players in our squad.
I mean, but
in
ever
my
since
opinion.
he's versed Australia in the World Cup, he's been just
he's
a
looking
bit
mid.
rocky,
This is
man.
not true.
Duke did something to him.
Simikas.
He needs sleep, cuz.
Keep.
He needed a sleep option for that. Keep, sell, loan, sleep. Timbercast, he needs sleep,
They
cuz.
should have put a sleep clause in this guy's contract. You're keeping him.
Keep.
Yeah.
I would still like to get another left back, but I
Yeah.
would keep.
He's really good in some games, in other games he's
Horrible.
It's good when we need him when we need to rest Robbo. So
Damn, you guys down bad. I thought you would have said he's gone.
I would have sold him.
He does good thing.
MJ, it's like thinking, are we going to bring in 20 players? We know Liverpool aren't going to bring in 20 players. So you got to be particular about who you sell. Otherwise, you'll have 8 players left in the squad.
Calvin Ramsey.
Keep. He hasn't played yet.
Yeah. Robbo.
Keep.
Okay,
100% keep.
He's the guy.
he's my man.
Keep.
Matip.
Keep. But this is keep, but bring in another centre back.
Nah, sell. You got to sell him, man.
You reckon?
You're not going to get any money
Joel,
anymore.
no way.
Yeah, that's why you're going to sell him.
I like
You have to
Matip.
sell him.
Yeah.
I think he's good.
At one point in time, he was probably your best centre back.
Yeah,
He's
last
gonna-
season there was a good
Yeah.
portion
Yeah.
of the
Clear.
season.
Yeah.
But do you reckon he's going to stay, though? I think he's gone. I think he wants to play, so he's going to leave.
I don't think so. I think he'll stay.
Trent.
Keep. What can you do, bro?
What can you do?
Exactly.
Just-
What can you do?
You need another option for him.
You'll take
You
the
need,
good.
you need to threaten his life. Someone needs to threaten Trent's
We
life.
definitely need to sign a new right back.
Yeah.
That's going to be competition.
You know what the gaffer needs to do? He needs to like orchestrate like a kidnapping.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
just shake
It
him
has
up.
to.
Or whether it's start
'Cause this
playing
guy-
Joe Gomez at right back again.
Just scare.
I don't know.
Because this guy's
scare.
chill. He's on cruise mode for life.
Someone needs to shave his dreads.
yeah,
maybe.
something needs to happen.
Yeah, maybe it was the dreads. Maybe that's.
Yeah, true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Fabinho.
Sell.
I never thought I would say this, but I'm sick of him. At one point he was one of our best midfielders.
Clear.
We have to get rid of him.
I'm just going to say keep because I don't think we can sign many players.
I think
fair.
you need another option for him.
Yeah.
Needs nutrition.
There's only 3 options.
Need some chicken, lad.
Kind of cook. She gonna kind of cook.
Thiago. Keep.
Far out. Thiago, I forgot he was still there.
All this is keep, but because Thiago, when he's played this season,
he's
has
a-
been so good.
Yeah,
He's
what
elite.
happened to
He's been our
games?
best
But there you
How many
go.
games?
That's the issue. But I'm saying
3 games. I'm
saying
counting.
keep. But why would we sell? When you have quality like that, why would you sell? That's
You're
my
not
question.
playing, cuz.
Yeah, but,
but
bring
when
in
we
other
bring
players.
exactly.
You need-
so we
yeah,
don't
you
play
need-
him.
yeah. All right, let's-
Watch them beat us next week.
James Milner.
So
He has to go.
not sell. Just stop signing him to new
Yeah,
contract.
he doesn't
Just
need a
let
contract.
him
He
go.
doesn't need a new
Yeah.
contract.
Far
Let
out.
the man
I'm
go.
sick of it.
Yeah.
Nah,
Let
keep
the
him.
man-
There was no
He's-
reason
he's
to give him a contract.
37.
I want them to keep him.
Yeah,
But
you
if
need-
I was Liverpool, I'd be like,
It's been too much for 4 years.
Yeah.
Every time they lucky we were doing well, so everyone was just saying, "Oh,
yeah, he
okay,
can play a
leave
bit."
him, leave him."
See,
Man,
Yeah.
but if you're bringing him on and you're not winning the game,
That's-
for me, that's a problem.
it is a big
We
problem.
lost. I feel like
That's
we
a
lost
problem.
the game when we.
If
brought
he's
him on.
starting games, it's a problem.
Facts.
How can he be starting games for a team trying to win the league?
But the thing is, he's the right back that plays either replacement. Either way, they're bad.
He's not even.
So why are you
right
keeping?
back as well.
Why are you keeping Trent and not and so content with selling this guy
Trent's
when they're
not
just
30.
equal?
Hey,
Settings.
Chelsea's confident today, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
They're like this right
You
now.
know
So
they're
I don't
still
know.
10th,
I don't know why
right?
you're keeping Trent.
Just checking.
Naby Keita.
Sell?
I'm
So
sick.
get
You know
out of
that?
there. You know the reason I want to sell Naby Keita? One, not because of this.
Because he walks like a pure African.
You know
I'll
what?
tell
It's
you.
because he's got that number 8 jersey, and
Yeah.
there's someone else who I want to have it. Jude
Ooh,
Bellingham, when he comes to
big
Liverpool,
Jude.
take that number 8, actually wear it properly.
Jude's just going Liverpool to cash a train to go to some other teammate.
Nah, man.
Signing.
100%. That is my dream sign.
The ultimate
It's
sign.
written in the stars.
It is.
You
It has
reckon?
to be.
Yeah.
If
it
you
is.
guys
Has
sign him,
Stevie
I'll be
gone
actually
to,
upset.
to Germany yet?
Yeah,
Have
he
they
probably
had the
has.
dinner?
I think they're going to go have dinner, have a conversation.
Yeah.
See, Henri on the Champions League show said,
Listen
yeah,
up.
everybody knows Jude wants to go to Liverpool, right? And then everyone started doing this. And then he said, oh okay. Oh, my days. Yeah.
This would be Gerard. Listen, lad. Come Liverpool, lad.
Liverpool?
Come to
Kind
Liverpool.
of because Gerrard's his idol.
Yeah.
Come to Paul.
Let's smash
that
these
is the
ones out.
dream. Okay.
Hendo,
Hendo, keep.
Yeah, keep.
captain vibes,
Yeah.
big energy.
Keep. He can take Milner's role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I
that makes
think.
sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. But you need a guy like that in the
Yeah,
squad.
definitely.
He's the glue, I reckon.
Big Champions League games, you need him just in the squad.
Chambo. He's a weird one.
Ox got to go.
Yeah.
He's a weird one.
But why?
Because you can probably still get 10 mil from him.
Yeah,
No,
but
I think his contract's actually expiring.
Oh, is it done?
But
Oh.
just let
Free?
him go.
He's
played
just, and he hasn't played.
He's played probably 10 games in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Since he got that big injury, man, that ruined him.
did
He was
start-
okay before that.
he
But
did
I never saw him as a player that could even play starter for.
He was good though.
He
for
was
a
good.
great
he was,
period. He was.
a
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
important
Yeah.
goal
But
scorer.
you
He
just
was.
don't.
good,
You
man.
don't think of him as a starter for a team like.
Well, you don't now.
Liverpool.
No,
because
not now.
we've seen him
But
past
for when he
4
was
years.
Yeah.
playing, he looked.
He's just kind of a nothing player.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has no impact now.
Yeah.
All right, Curtis Jones.
Keep.
Yeah.
Or loan.
I was going to say
I'll
loan.
keep
I was
him.
going
You
to say
could loan, but we're short
If
on
you're getting,
pace.
if you're getting rid of dudes,
For
I
now,
reckon
we'll
he
keep
steps
him,
in.
but
Yeah.
Harvey
maybe-
Elliott. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's okay. No.
Keep.
Harvey Elliott, sell. What do you mean keep? You were giving him so much shit the other day.
Keep
like
for the
him?
squad.
I
He's
don't
not even
have a problem
20
with
yet.
Harvey.
Ever since he's in
Really?
the squad.
Yeah.
Ever since he broke his leg, that's the most hype he's ever gotten.
He's
Breaking
still a
his leg.
teenager.
He's still young.
Keep.
Give him a chance.
He's got
No.
talent.
He's
Yeah.
terrible, man.
Melo.
He's
Carmelo.
gone back on loan
Yeah.
and
So
he's
just
gone back on loan and let him go on
So
loan.
keep him on
Didn't
loan.
Klopp
No.
regret that straight after he did?
He would have had to.
Bajetic.
Keep.
He's hard.
New contract. Oh no, he just got a new contract actually.
I
Keep.
like this guy.
New jersey
Yeah.
number, everything. I want
Love
to
it.
give
I
him
love him.
everything. Yeah.
He's good.
He gave me a bit of hope this year.
He's
Yeah.
good. Firmino.
Well, he's
Well,
already
yeah,
decided
He's
he's going.
done. Salah.
Very sad.
I reckon he might. Do you reckon he's on the way out, or he wants records?
He could, but I don't think he will.
I
Hater.
I don't want to sound disrespectful and say sell because I feel like it is a bit disrespectful to say sell.
But like, if we get decent money for him,
if we get
could
something,
sign
yeah, exactly.
other players.
If
I
we
just
get-
don't know if he'll go.
If we get decent money and we're willing to sign, then I'm happy to let him
take
go
that.
at the end of
Yeah.
this year.
You hearing this, man? They just started him 350K. They're trying to sell him.
They got money like that.
Remember Lukaku? They were
Lukaku.
talking, and then same situation right now.
It's not the
It's-
same.
How is that? You signed him for 100
I don't
mil.
know.
I don't know what the hell.
He tries to get MJ to sign it, just like, nah.
What is it now? Cause what the hell is
Hey,
going on?
Lukaku was never on 350 bags, bro. Never.
Okay.
Never.
Gakpo.
Keep.
I like Gakpo.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think he'll
come
make up
good.
for it.
Yeah.
Jota.
Keep.
Diaz, no brainer.
Oh,
Sure.
Keep.
I miss him so much.
I
He's the
need him
goat.
to come back.
He's
bro.
my favorite Liverpool player, actually.
Yeah.
Big Darwin.
Keep.
For vibes, but
Carvalho.
Keep. Loan
yeah.
maybe.
Oh,
If they're not
yeah.
going to use him,
he's
It's
better than
strange
Elliott.
that Klopp
though.
signed
Yeah,
him
yeah.
and just hasn't really played him.
yeah.
I thought he would be like a mainstay.
He's
by
been
now.
barely
I thought
getting
so
used.
too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he went 14 games without playing a minute.
Jesus, really?
He's better than Elliott. Has more like game experience.
Klopp
Why you
loves
guys?
Elliott though.
Huh?
Klopp loves Elliott.
Yeah.
That's I don't understand that though.
I don't know.
Klopp
Yeah.
must want to really leave Liverpool.
And
Like,
it's
he-
strange because
Klopp doesn't want to leave. He wants them to kick him out. That's why he's doing this shit right now. He's like, so then he looks like I didn't really want to go,
I didn't
but
wanna do it.
they forced me out. I
God
want the
made
club
me
to
do
do
it.
better.
Interesting take.
He wants to leave,
This is why you're famous. I like it.
and I stopped seeing this thing. You know when
The punches. He still does the punches.
he doesn't even do them
occasionally.
with. Nah,
Just
it's not the
with
same
winning.
enthusiasm
Oh,
anymore.
I see.
He comes out. He used to go. Now it's like, and he just walks
He's
off.
lost the vibes. Huh?
Yeah, he
I
does.
see.
Damn.
His teeth are going yellow.
Liverpool's in hot water, man.
Ooh.
How do you guys feel about Liverpool in terms of top four? Do you think this game just shows that you're not ready for it? Do you think this was just a small hiccup? Where are we saying they're finishing? Top four, outside top four?
Sorry, mate.
I'm just going to be confident and say we're going to make the top four. The other season, what year was it when we
20, 21.
20 after we won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one after we
Yeah,
won.
I was like, there's no chance we're going to make the top four, and we pulled through. So I'm saying we're going to pull through again. And United are kind of, and Tottenham are just so, what's the word? Like inconsistent as well, and
yeah.
like, we'll come forth. I think.
I think so as well.
Should
I want to be confident and say we'll come forth, but it just depends how we get through these next.
Because, yeah, you got
We do have
Chelsea,
four games.
City.
But to be fair, we're not bad against the good teams.
Yeah,
you
we're
are.
great.
Yeah, we're good against the
I'm
good teams.
more worried about Fulham next week. Than, like,
That's
Yeah.
our issue.
Chelsea, City.
I'm the same. I feel like because you guys have tougher games, I think that's why that's like in your favor. Whereas if it's those weak little like mid-table,
where we
bottom
got to
table
break it
teams
down.
Yeah.
where I think you've struggled against. So yeah, I'm saying you guys clinch that top.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think fifth. They'll get to fifth. I think this little period of like these hard teams will determine where they finish. I think
I
if
hear that.
they
Fair enough.
Who do you reckon is dropping out? Because currently
don't think-
Newcastle, Tottenham, United are the most realistic.
yeah.
I think it's
Or
going
do you
to...
reckon
I think, Tottenham dropping
It
out.
has to be.
Tottenham dropping out top 5?
Are they really though?
I think Tottenham are going to finish 5th, Liverpool going to finish 4th, Newcastle going to finish 6th.
Because Tottenham are on 48 points. Newcastle 44 points, 2 games in hand.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is likely like they could jump out.
100%.
But I think it's going to be a crazy end to the season.
Yeah, I think it'll be close.
Chelsea ain't getting there.
I think we're gonna close that gap quicker than you can say the
Finish
word.
ninth or
Yeah.
Quicker than the way you can say
Close
the
the
word
gap to 9th.
quicksand.
Quicksand. I want to move to Spain. Some very, very,
Gracias,
very,
hermano.
very interesting news has come out. Basically, Barcelona have been charged with corruption after payments totaling over 7.3 million euros were made to the ex-vice president of the Spain's referees committee between 2001 and 2018.
Barca and corruption?
What?
Wow, is this
How is this
shocking.
happening?
Uefalona? Is it real? We've all heard this word Uefalona, but after hearing this news, are things starting to click? If you're a Chelsea fan,
Arsenal.
if you're an Arsenal fan, a United fan to some degree.
And to think about the... I was going to say, I don't want to take anything away from Barca's, how good they were, but I think you should take away something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember it was like the 11 years while Ronaldo was at Real Madrid, Barca won the league 8 times, I think, or 7 times. Yes, they were extremely dominant and very obviously a very great side, but how do we
question everything?
how do we look at it and now think they didn't have anything to do with it?
Yeah.
And to add, prosecutors claim that under a secret agreement and in exchange for money, Negreira, we go check that name, favored Barcelona in the decisions taken by referees in the games played by the club, as well as in the results of the competitions.
Oh, so the other games in the
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
interesting.
So, I mean,
That's deep.
overall, can we say we're not surprised, clearly, but what does that mean in terms of, like, let's say, if we look at Messi, is his legacy, can we question his legacy or the legitimacy of his legacy?
You have to. It's like, obviously, like Sammy said, not taking away from the players they had. Phenomenal team, phenomenal players. But this just puts big question marks over everything. That's his whole life, his whole career, the best part of his career. It's so shocking.
I got a thing.
Oh, no.
It's starting to all make sense now as to why when this guy goes down, he just gets back up straight away. Doesn't get a foul or anything. He doesn't want to overplay, you know? You know how Messi, whenever he gets fouled, he doesn't sit down and roll over and he just gets up and plays on. He has to. It's not by his choice, it's by the pressure of the club.
He's trying to say that there's a reason that Messi doesn't dive and roll around.
Yeah.
It's because he doesn't want to make it look too obvious.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I hear that.
It's a load of bullshit. But
It's making a lot of sense now. Everything's clicking.
isn't it crazy that Barca could literally be, they're probably top 3 or 4 most successful clubs ever, but they could be the worst run club in the history of
Oh,
football.
absolutely. All their money problems as well.
Let's say Barca, let's say this random little Argentinian kid never came through, right? Never came through to Spain. Oh, is Barca a big club like they are? Because if you think about it, before he came into the side, they were a struggling side that was challenging for the top 4 spots. They couldn't really get onto the league title. They were struggling. He comes in, right? They get this. If this random little Argentinian kid didn't get brought into the squad at whatever 10, 11 years old, is Barca as big of a side as they are today? Because yes, they have had extremely talented players, but does that all completely correlate with him? Does Neymar come to Barca if there's no Messi? No,
That's
I don't
what I
think
mean.
so. Does Suarez come to Barca if there's no Messi? No.
How many players did he?
Does
convince
Villa come to
over?
Barca if there's no Messi? Do all these players come to Barca if there's no Messi? Is Guardiola if there's no Messi?
That's what I mean. Because I feel like that window was literally because they had Dino, Deco, Eto'o, that era.
But those
I
guys
think
couldn't
that
get it
was-
done either.
Yeah, and I think that was on like Barcelona was almost like on that
Rijkaard
way
was
down, then bang
down.
Messi.
Yeah.
So this comes to it's not even on topic, but for Barca to not sort out Messi's contract and everything that he had done for the club last year or the year before, whatever, when he left to PSG. How disrespectful is this club? If we're thinking and sitting here and saying the whole success over the last 20 years is a big percentage comes down to one person and they couldn't even get him his right contract to keep him there, I think that's pretty crazy. Liverpool got Salah's contract to keep him. He'd been good for 4 years. Arsenal gave Aubameyang his contract. He'd been good for 4 years.
Very interesting.
I don't know, man. They could be the worst run club ever.
Yeah, and we've also heard from Barcelona. So senior official, they pretty much told Reuters that the club expected the complaint, but said it was nothing more than an absolutely preliminary investigation hypothesis. And then they also said from the prosecutors and that now is when the judicial investigation properly begins. So they expected this.
Yeah,
which is weird. It's weird to
It
come,
is
come
weird.
out
You're
and
like,
say
I was
that.
expecting you. It's like,
Yeah.
It's like, why?
It's weird. I want to wait till we know more and then we can actually
Yeah.
talk about it. But for all those people
There's so
that
many
said
question marks
Uefalona
right
was a
now.
real thing, for all those people that are consistently saying Barca get favoured by the refs, Champions League, La Liga, whatever it is,
I mean, they could
it's
be
coming
right.
from somewhere.
It could be right.
Everything comes from somewhere.
Yeah, we've seen it throughout, especially during that messy era of weird calls, weird decisions.
You can name weird calls.
You can. So I don't know. I feel like until we know more, we can't really speculate. But
you could find enough evidence to make it
Yeah,
make sense. and
very
make it
interesting.
true.
Yeah. I would like to see a compilation on TikTok of
Sure.
just
There'll be
decisions
heaps
made.
tomorrow morning.
I think I saw one actually.
Oh,
It
really?
was crazy. It was funny as.
And 2001 is time ago.
that is time ago.
Yeah.
God
So
damn.
I'm like, geez, imagine like the
I was
rabbit
like
hole.
8. I don't even think I watched.
That would've cost
I don't
him,
even-
like,
I was
what?
a dancer back then.
Maybe it's
You
just
dancing?
I was a dancer back
Damn.
then. Yeah.
Jeez.
Didn't start playing till I was 12, so I had no idea what was going on.
dancing
back then.
beforehand.
Yeah.
If my calculations are correct,
Yeah, here we go.
today's finances and stuff,
Yep, let us know.
Barca would have approximately had to pay the refs around, in 2001 I'm talking about 3,000 euros a game. If you look at it in today's time, carry that one. 450,000 euros
Where did this come from?
and
Per game.
per year.
You said
Oh,
per-
okay.
So
okay.
they give them bulk
Oh, I see.
bulk pay at the start.
Oh.
yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So that's a big increase of around like
It's not that much money though. Is it?
I mean, if
When you think about it over 10 years.
450,000.
7 mil over, not even 10 years,
Oh,
20
8
years almost.
Well, it's
Oh,
weird.
was it? Oh, 2001. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
2001 to
that's
about
strong
2018, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
Sorry, in my head I was thinking 20.
but that's to the referee committee.
Mm.
So the ex.
Oh, they would have given way more than.
So I'm not sure how the money works in terms of like actual refs, but he'd obviously be telling refs, look, if this happens, make this call.
Yeah.
You know, da 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 da.
Well, yeah, I read something. They said they didn't actually pay any referees.
Oh,
But I'm
okay.
like,
just the committee.
just the committee
That-
to like
Yeah.
orchestrate it, I guess.
Which makes more sense because I feel
Yeah.
like if you're smart about it, you wouldn't pay the refs directly. You'd
You
pay
paid their
who
boss.
hires the refs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
But I
it's
think
not as obvious either.
if we look hypothetically, let's say this is true, they paid the money, and if we find out that yes, there's been some kind of match fixing. What do you reckon, or how do we feel like this should be handled? Like, does Barcelona get back punished? Pause. Or
Sure
is this like a from now on forward? There's some kind of.
That's not even a proper sentence. I know you just did that to put those two words in together.
No, sorry.
Oh my god,
When have you ever heard back punished?
back punish is crazy. Back punish
Do they
is
lose titles? Or is it like from here we're gonna punish the club? What's like the most fair
I
way
don't
to-
think they can take. Sorry, I just cut you off. I don't
Please.
think they can take anything away. Like, I know it's a big deal and it's very corrupt and whatnot, but I don't know if you can take away just from like little decisions. You can't take away their titles and their Champions Leagues and that. I think the club whose fault it is has to be punished in the future.
I think so.
I don't know.
Relegate him.
Get rid of it.
Relegate him.
Yeah.
Imagine how bad it would be
Absolutely.
with their finances. I would love
Oh,
that.
that club.
Then
is,
Garvey, Pedri, come my way. Come Liverpool.
You know, it'd be the craziest outcome. They make Messi go back, so he has to sign a 1-day contract with Barca, and he has to put on like a Barca shirt, and they have to fly Ronaldo to Spain, like HQ, right? And Messi has to give Ronaldo all his Ballon d'Ors that he's won during that period. So all of them since 2001.
I just think,
That'd be nuts.
just after that, I would just like to
That'd be crazy.
return to this Aaron Otero comment. I would love to spend a day with Bud just to see what his logic and thinking is.
That'd be
I just
nuts.
got a headache from
You
listening.
don't.
to
we
it.
gotta, there's a show coming up, surely.
There's
You know how crazy that'd be if Messi had to give it, like he had to dethrone his, like he had
Himself.
to unengrave his name from the D. You have to be like,
Publicly,
You
he
have
has
to
to just give
unintegrate.
him to us.
yeah, and there's a speech, he has to just read it. He's got like a handkerchief.
why would they get it?
Yeah.
Hey, you over there, just
Oh,
pipe
in
down, mate.
2006?
Pipe
Yeah.
down, man. Pipe
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
You weren't even born then.
Yeah, you don't even
You
get
weren't even
nothing,
born.
cuz.
You didn't even know nothing back
Arsenal
then.
not getting nothing.
Nah.
Yeah.
And that game was wild as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
In terms of refereeing decisions.
The red, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, history could rewrite itself, man.
Can you just imagine?
Bums, all right.
What Samuel said is so. I was been dwelling on this actually. The whole Messi being not there, like sorry,
If he didn't
not being
exist.
there, yeah. Like who's Ronaldinho putting on his back? Plus. But who's he carrying? You know when you know that
I think
the most historic moment in football. You knew that was his
I think
passing the
Boyan
torch.
Krikic
Who's he carrying?
Boyan. Boyan would have been the
Krikic.
GOAT.
Yeah.
or Giovanni Dos Santos.
Dos Santos, yeah.
Oh my god, that guy would have been something else
Would have
now.
been the GOAT.
He's probably same height and shit.
Alright, we gotta wrap that up, and
Yeah.
I think it's time. We haven't done this game in a while.
Oh!
Hey,
Oh, how lucky am I to be back for
oh!
this? I'm so excited.
so yeah, let's wrap that up. But I think it's time to. We haven't done this game in a while. Samuel, tell them what's going on.
I feel like everything is just sorting itself out for me at the moment because we're about to play. How the hell
Did I get you?
Did I get here? Pew, 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 pew.
This is also Chris's first
I'm
time.
so
Hey.
excited.
Sheesh.
I basically was thinking I'm not coming on unless we play this game.
Look at how freshly clean these whiteboards are.
So
Ooh.
excited.
Shout out to production. You know.
Very professional. Got magnet.
How the hell did I get here?
If you're a whiteboard company,
Yeah.
you need.
If you're a white boy,
If you're a whiteboard company, you need a group of loving podcasters
Yes,
to
sir.
test out your equipment.
Praise God.
You're right. You're looking at them, or you're listening to them on Spotify. Yes, you heard that. We're on Spotify.
You all ready?
I am ready.
Yes,
Ready for
sir.
the questions? Ready for the TikTok
Get my-
fame?
Pen ready. I'm not ready for the TikTok.
We need a
fame,
little
but-
time.
oh yeah, you got to do a little how
How many?
The-
How?
hell did I get here?
How the
That's the longest name of all time.
did?
But man, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh no, man! It's a beautiful game.
So excited.
All right,
ASMR.
question one. Is Salah a top 3 winger in Prem history?
Oh, it's just starting off with the big ones. Hey,
God, it's actually kind of difficult.
that's a really. You know what? I'm sticking to my guns.
Me too.
Sticking with my answer. I'm just writing
Are
an
we
essay
ready?
over here.
3, 2, 1. Bow. So Samuel said yes, Bud no. Chris yes. MJ, I said his game style maybe not because he's not really a winger, but in terms of his prime, absolutely.
You were writing an essay on that.
So let's talk about it. Bud, you said no.
Yeah.
You're the TikTok/YouTube fan favorite.
Yeah.
Explain,
Not for long.
Explain,
All right,
That's
guys.
gone downhill quickly. Yeah.
explain why he's not.
He's not because for so many. This has been a debate for so long. I'll be very quick. It's been a debate for so long. Is he a winger? Is he not a winger? We've talked about it in many episodes. He's not a winger. If he was, he doesn't do wing shit properly. And a reason as to why you'd go down in Premier history as one of the greats is being memorable for what you do on the pitch. Yes, goals are good and whatever, but I don't even think he was the best winger in his club at the time that these guys saying his prime was. I think Mane was a way better winger. I'd put him higher than Salah any day of the week. Monday to freaking Sunday. Let's go.
Would Mane make top 3?
In Prem, nah. But I still think he's higher than this freak.
Interesting. Do we agree?
No.
No, I just don't agree.
Absolutely
I
not.
think, yeah. I think if Salah was doing what he was doing and he was playing for Chelsea, you guys would say no.
I don't think so
I
at
don't
all.
think
No.
so.
I think they would.
Chris, let me see your argument,
his
please.
stats alone, his first season, he broke the record for most goals scored by a winger.
Yeah, of course.
So
But he's not a
pretty
winger.
incredible.
that alone is
I get you,
an
but
argument.
the system was built for not the striker to be the main scorer in the team. So goals have
Should
to come
that
from
take
something.
away from him? No.
Absolutely
No, it shouldn't.
not.
Probably not.
It
But-
shouldn't.
And not even just the amount of goals he scored. That first season especially, he was unplayable. What defender could defend against him? I think even if you look at that season alone, you have to say he's in the top
But is
3.
it just one season though?
No, it's not.
No,
Do you want me
but-
to talk to you? Because I can.
Please.
I can talk because this is what his
Everything's
6th season. His lowest ever goal tally is 19 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo, we would say, is in the top 3 best wingers in the Premier League. I would say so. He'd only ever scored over 19 goals once.
So wingers just have to score?
It should be a part of the criteria.
Yeah.
If you can consistently score 20 goals 6 seasons in a row,
Yeah.
your lowest goals is 19 ever in a season. Assists last season he led the league. I'm talking like NBA. Last season
This is NBA talk.
he had most assists in the league and most goals in the league. He has 3 top scorers, 2 player of the seasons, 1 league title. What are we saying here?
And I think it's also difficult because his goal scoring record is insane. But in terms of like, if we deeper, right, in terms of wingers,
This is what I'm saying.
who's better than him?
As
I
a
think
winger?
it's clear CR7's first.
Yep.
He was the most unplayable. His goal scoring rate was unplayable. He won Champions Leagues. He won leagues.
Salah's goal scoring record's
right?
better than Ronaldo's.
It's
in the
better.
Prem.
But in terms of like overall, we'd argue,
I
CR7
think
was probably
Ronaldo
better.
is. It should be an argument.
Does Hazard get a shout?
I think
100%.
Hazard gets a
and
shout.
Hazard is better than him as well.
Let's talk about Bale. Does Bale
Yes.
slide into being better than him, or was he more unplayable in a smaller window?
In Bale's best season, he played 10. So are we gonna? So if you're gonna say that Salah wasn't a winger, Bale played
Salah-
left back, left wing, and 10. And his best season, his last season before he left, he played 10.
If Bale was in a team like Liverpool,
When Salah signed for
where-
Liverpool, they were
where-
the level of Tottenham were.
No, but I'm not
Salah's
just
the
saying
reason
though.
that
I'm-
they've
I'm
propelled to
saying
where
that.
they are.
You put Bale in Salah's position, he would do the exact same numbers and be a better winger.
Well, how can you say that? That's just made up.
No, it's not.
It's made up.
It's accounting his ability. He has
But it's
way
made
more
up, though.
ability.
Well,
You're
I mean-
basing it off nothing.
And you're also basing it off a Bale that could do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted in that Tottenham side. He could pick the ball up from anywhere. He didn't and just do whatever he wanted. Whereas Salah had to play system
It wasn't
where
really.
he was a bit more limited.
If it's a system, I don't think it was a system-based Liverpool side. I think if a winger's not playing
think
wing,
it was.
I don't think it's
It's
a
one
system.
of the most system-based
System-based
teams I've ever seen.
Yeah, the most
Everyone
systematic
knows
teams
that.
I think I've seen. So
Which is the reason why
where a
other
winger
players
is not playing wing and is inside all the time.
That's
Doesn't-
part of the
it's-
system, mate.
exactly.
That's why the fullbacks get up high.
I think it was catered to him.
I think it's catered to their strengths, which is what a good manager does.
I think it was just catered to this guy scoring.
It can't be.
Let's do this now.
If Mane,
Because like
Very
you said,
interesting.
Mane
when
flourished
Liverpool
as
did
well.
start, they weren't like you just said. Liverpool when they first started, they weren't.
yeah, when
They were
Klopp,
at the level of Tottenham and stuff. So-
exactly a fourth side.
exactly.
So
right,
then
let's-
the system starts working, and then a team goes to first.
I don't think he started it from the start.
Gonna
Like
be
that,
interesting. That's good. I reckon that will blow up. All right, next one. The Arsenal side right now that's leading the Prem. Let's say best 11. Best 11. Or actually, yeah, let's say best 11. So before Jesus got injured, is that team better than the Liverpool 19-20 title winning side?
Oh, good lord.
though.
He's still writing.
The whole paragraph.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Pow. So there's no
No way.
way.
I was going to write absolutely not.
And
But
what
I
did you
didn't want
say?
to spell it wrong.
I said, if we looked at player for player, maybe. I think your wingers, clear, really. The wingers are better. Striker, it's not better?
I think it's but your striker's barely played. But yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Like, let's say
Nah,
like
no.
player for
I
player.
don't think Jesus is better than Firmino was.
You don't think
I think
Jesus is better
Firmino
than
was great.
Nah.
I think it was great.
Firmino was better.
I'm not criticizing Firmino.
I think Jesus is great too.
I think Jesus might be a better striker.
I can listen to the argument,
Alright.
but I still think Firmino is better.
Yeah.
But I can listen to it.
Midfield, I would take our midfield.
Of who? Who's the starting three you're picking?
I wouldn't.
Or the starting midfield.
So, like, name them. So, Partey
Odegaard,
and Xhaka.
Xhaka, based on this season.
Ours was Fabinho, Henderson, and Wijnaldum.
Genie
was nice.
over
I'm taking-
Xhaka.
I'm taking
Okay.
Genie
Yeah.
over Xhaka. I think Partey's phenomenal, but Fabinho was
so
Exactly, he was.
phenomenal.
That's
You
why I
can-
said
Would you,
before.
would you
Call
say
it a tie.
Fabinho?
I would say he
tie?
was the best in the
You
league
think
at
he
the
was
time,
better?
and I think Thomas Partey's the best in the league right now. So
That's
I'd say
hard.
Tie?
Yeah.
it's hard.
And Odegaard.
And Odegaard can definitely get above Henderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is, we're comparing it for two different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
no.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
they were
fair.
both really good at what they were doing, but I think Henderson's was better. His role was better.
More important? Or
More
like-
important?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't
but
think
player
so.
for player.
I know, yeah, I'm
I'm
with you.
saying
Yeah.
player for player.
I'm with
play
you.
for
Yeah.
play.
Because my answer is pretty much, I think we slightly maybe had a better team player for player. I think we played better football, but I think you guys might have beat us.
I think this is my thing, right?
Yeah.
I think Liverpool, if you were to look at the styles and the style that Arteta's created, it's prettier. And I think that
Yeah. So we played better.
it's nicer to watch.
Would we win?
But
I
I
don't think
think
so.
the ruthlessness that Liverpool team
Yeah.
had,
We
the
were-
way we could
yeah.
go to any ground in the Premier League and how big of a fortress Anfield was, that was a time where we went 44 games unbeaten.
I miss
Yeah.
those days.
So in between, it was like that season and then towards the end of the season we
Yeah,
won.
yeah.
44 games unbeaten. I think how good we were defensively,
Yeah.
how good we were all over the pitch where goals were coming from all three of the front three players. We didn't need midfielders.
It did not matter.
Trent,
where it was
Robbo,
coming from.
breaking
That's what I'm
every
saying.
record for assists.
And also, we like now. I guess City's catching up to you guys.
No, no.
We had
Say
pressure
it.
coming.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You guys, City all of a sudden are losing games, and you guys
Yeah.
have, you've had that buffer up. We were getting.
This
We were like
we said,
City were
like you guys say,
right there the whole
everyone says Jeremy's argument, City aren't better this year, they're not better, blah, blah, blah. They say that. So we were playing against the best.
Exactly.
Them City, that's in the middle of City's 4 titles.
Yeah.
One of those.
And I think on top of that, I think in terms of Europe, everyone was probably most scared to play Liverpool.
Facts.
And I think that's
Yeah.
why if those teams verse, you guys would beat us.
Yeah.
But I think we might have a more technical team. We might play better, but I think you guys would beat us.
Yeah, I
and
think
that's
we'll
just,
beat you
that's
as
just
well.
being
Are
honest.
you saying play for play, you guys would be better?
I think as players, we might be.
I think
I don't think
in
so,
in the midfield you win. Say you win 2, but I think in the defense you only win 1.
Our backline was crazy.
I think in the
think you only win-
Who started? Van Dijk.
Van Dijk and
Van
Matip.
Dijk, Matip.
I think you'd get the
Van Dijk
Matip.
Trent and Robbo
I think
were.
you get the
We get
Matip or you
Matip.
But
get
then that's
the.
it.
But then I think that's it.
I think
Yeah.
you don't get the
Zinchenko
keeper.
doesn't get Robbo.
Absolutely
Trent
not.
beats.
So it's just
Ben
one
White.
there.
Allison beats.
And if they
Allison
get the
beats
front 3 as
anyone.
well,
Yeah.
Allison
anyone.
beats, yeah. So
and then
actually,
Van Dijk wins. I think
no,
we win.
I'll say play for play, you guys win.
Football
I think
maybe.
we play,
Football, yes.
We
I
play
agree.
better football.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, play for play, you guys win.
played
Yeah.
best.
I'll take that back. Football, we'd win.
Yeah,
But in
definitely.
terms of the result, you guys would win.
And
Yeah.
just the whole.
I think you were just too.
we were ruthless and we
We were
attacked
so-
so quickly.
And I think we're not at that level yet where we're good enough to beat teams like that. I
Yeah.
think.
And the way that
at this
and
point
the
in
way
time.
that teams were scared to play us, I
Yeah.
don't think that
Yeah.
it's
And
the same for
I
you
hear that.
guys.
I know deep down you don't trust Xhaka either yet. So
No, I like Xhaka. I think he's had a little bit of a weird run when Partey was in there, but this season
man,
he's
most
shown.
important. But yeah, nice. I like that question. That was a good one.
shout out who else I won?
I don't know.
That was production.
I think that's production. Production's putting this together, but it's also there will be some scattered in there from TikTok and Instagram from fans.
Shout out production, man.
All right.
I'll follow you.
Next
on
question. What do you think is the appropriate price tag for Declan Rice?
Ooh,
Instagram. That's a really good question. Wow. How old is he? 23, 24?
24.
Yeah, I think he's 99 quid.
So, what is the appropriate price for Mr. Declan Rice? And we can talk about him. We can talk about his game, if he's good, if he's not too good. You guys ready?
Yeah. Mine's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't really know.
It's hard to gauge.
Actually, I'll change that to euros.
Especially this season.
Yeah.
A bit of a drop off. A lot of it.
3, 2, 1.
Ah,
Nice.
pretty close.
Oh,
So
that's how you do the
Sammy's
pound. I couldn't remember how to
75
do it.
60
pounds, 60 pounds.
Yeah.
I said 70 euros, 60 to 5 to 70.
That was pounds. I
Pounds.
forgot how to
We'll
do
say it's about the same.
Yeah. Pretty even.
How do you feel
all
about
around.
Declan? You mentioned that you reckon there's a drop off.
Yeah, last season I was like, holy shit, this guy's good. And like for England as well.
Yeah.
But just with West Ham struggling, I feel like he's the type of player that could sort of get them out of that, but he's just dropped off with them.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's made his price tag go down a fair bit.
Yeah, I think so. And I've never been one to put him in the hundreds of million
That was
category.
crazy when he was getting that 100 mil price
I think
tag.
even 75 million is high, but I'm just considering everything. He's English. Teams that want to sign him will be a big side, and they're going to have to pay more money to sign a player who's the captain, especially of their club.
Yeah.
So I think 75 million, and I feel like he's someone you know what you're going to get with him.
Yeah.
His play isn't reliant on goals or assists. So I think that's why his number can stay pretty similar.
Yeah.
In terms of if it's a striker who's had a big drop off in goals,
Yeah.
I feel like their price would drop off a lot further.
Yeah.
Whereas him, it's you know what you're going to get.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm the same. I think in some ways he might be a bit overrated. Maybe not by his fault, but I think he's been compared to players. I don't think he's really at that level. Like
Yeah.
people
Do you
are
think
saying,
it's because he's
Definitely.
English?
yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
And I think because he plays he starts for England, he plays in the Prem, and he had a good season
And
last
he's also
season.
good.
He is
Yeah,
good,
yes.
But
But
that's what overrated.
but his level isn't, for example, Jude Bellingham, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
lot of people will make the comparison to be like Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, where I don't think he's there yet. I think for
I
me,
think so.
this range is appropriate, but anything more than that, you're overpaying. I think a
100%.
lot, which
Yeah.
I think people will overpay for Declan Rice.
I honestly think this is probably what his range was. It just inflated because of that season he had.
And the English tax.
Yeah. But I think it's just going back to what it should be.
Yeah, I
Which
think
is
so.
which is fine.
And I think 75 could be a little bit high as well.
Yeah, and I think his performance is due to him not leaving as well. I think he's just been like, well, you guys are not letting me go.
Yeah, he looks he looks like he doesn't care as much anymore.
I think he knows he's just out like soon.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah, who cares?
He's probably frustrated with West Ham.
100%.
To
Yeah.
see West Ham get relegated though. That'd
Yeah,
be
me
nice.
too. I'm sick of them bastards.
Possible.
Does he still have a contract at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Okay, so they kind of,
Yeah.
They kinda
he
need
just
him.
wants
Yeah.
to be, but I
Yeah.
feel like they should cash in on the money.
but they
I
need
would.
him, man.
Yeah.
Especially
Especially
it's hard.
if
I
they're
Bye, Joe Gomez.
take Joe, take it.
Take him.
Say Big
Take
Joe.
Milner as well if you want.
Two for
Trent,
one.
you want Trent?
2 for 1. Throw him in there too.
Trent for Zabaleta.
Next question. If Barcelona, if they get found guilty of paying off refs, and there's clear examples, is Ronaldo clear of Messi in the GOAT list?
Bud can get.
I don't even want to know what he's writing.
I'll tell you in a second. Just tracing my S's and Y's, boys and
Yeah.
girls.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh God.
So we got a nope, a no, a no, and a big yes.
Big yes.
Bud, take
Are
it
you
away.
okay?
Piss off, mate.
Bud, take it away.
Piss off.
You know, they call me the people's champ for a reason. I'm the voice for the voiceless. Ladies and gentlemen, Ronaldo will become the best. What champion who's come back from cheating has ever gone back to the top? Who have we accepted that's cheated and we'd be like, yeah, you know, you're still the greatest. Name someone. Exactly.
Who said he
Zero.
was cheating?
Zero. He's cheating. He's not cheating himself, but he knows what's going on. You got to be stupid not to know what's going on. If you've played in our Barca team, I know, I'm a fan, and I don't even watch Barca that much. I watch one game against Chelsea, I know these guys cheat. If you know you're involved in it, and you know you're a cheater, you deserve to be stripped of all titles. Done. Cadell Evans got stripped of all his medals.
Okay, I've had enough.
All his medals. He got stripped all of his medals because he got caught with something that wasn't it wasn't banned, but they didn't know what it was, so they banned it after they realized he was taking it. Not because it was illegal first. So his case isn't even as strong as this one, right?
All right.
Bang.
But the fact that
There should be no room for being caught.
So one, does anything to do with the refs take away you watching him play? No.
Yes.
How?
When you watch goals, I don't know. I haven't seen all of his goals.
Some of his goals, what?
I haven't seen all of his goals, so I can't say anything. You can't say anything either.
Of course I can.
No, you can't.
So did the refs help him score 700 goals?
No,
did the
if
refs
he
help
calls
him
play on and he goes on and scores a stupid goal, of course he's
Did the
gonna
refs help him become the only player ever to get 300
He's going to give him
assists?
penalties. How many penalties has he scored? Look at that.
Did the
Look
ref
at
help
that.
him become the best dribbler ever that anybody's ever seen?
What do you
No.
mean?
Did the ref help him
What do you
become
mean?
the most
Neymar's a
unplayable
good dribbler.
player?
That doesn't mean he's the best player in the world too.
What? I'm adding things that make Messi
and
the
I'm-
best player ever.
and I'm counterparting them
so
straight
how
away.
now, what does Ronaldo do that helps him go ahead? Well, the same
Doesn't cheat. He doesn't cheat.
Okay,
That's
so
what he doesn't do.
did Barca pay
He
the
doesn't
refs?
do.
Did Barca pay the refs in the World Cup as well? No. Messi won his World Cup then too.
Oh, we don't know that.
No,
We'll give it
they
another
didn't.
10 years
They
and then we'll
didn't.
go back to that
They
one.
didn't.
How about
so
that?
the people that are like you, the people that
I'm
are
the
those
people's
Ronaldo
champ. I'm the
fans,
people's
those
voice.
weird guys that are going
the
to
voice
now
for the
try to claim that
voiceless,
Ronaldo's the GOAT
It
for
has to be.
absolutely no
It has to be.
reason.
Cadell Evans got robbed. This is the same shit. This is Cadell Evans' story 2.0.
You could tell me whatever you want to tell me, but if I'm watching the best player that's ever been, that's ever lived, the
You
best
can't even
player
say
with
that
my
word
own
anymore.
eyes that's ever lived,
You're
I don't
giggling
need you to
saying
tell
that.
me nothing.
You're giggling saying it right now. He's
Why
not
would
the
I?
best.
He's
not
the
best.
greatest ever.
It's funny that you say if this is all true, then that makes Ronaldo like.
Yeah.
It's like Ronaldo needs a reason, like Messi, to be cheating to be better. Like
Oh,
Messi.
yeah, well, it's a big thing though.
Yeah, but like
It's big.
Samuel's
It's a
saying,
big
that
thing to
doesn't
you.
change
You
him
put
as
it
a
in
player.
Card because Messi might be cheating.
Yo.
That's what it is.
No, that's true.
You get excited when he scores a free kick and everyone's just on the ground doing nothing. I'm getting excited because if this is real, I'm going to be like, yes, it is a reason why he couldn't be better than him. And it should be.
No, it's not.
Yes, you should be punished for cheating.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think he's cheating.
He didn't cheat.
Unless
Okay,
he's involved
but
directly.
MJ.
Is he cheating?
MJ, if he's getting penalties for, say, he's not involved in the penalty, like say he's not the one being brought down, right?
Yeah.
But they still get the penalty. He's the one that takes it, correct? So he has an involvement. That involves, he's involved in that. And then it involves his goal scoring as well. When that he mentioned, by the way, I didn't mention his goal scoring. He said his goal scoring. I said, okay, well, how about we go look back at every single goal he scored in that period for Barcelona? Now it's looking more sus now. Now you're going to look
Why is
at
it
like,
looking more sus?
fouls that should have been happening back then. We don't know. There could have been a foul back then. Mascherano could have elbowed someone in the face. We would know. He could have given him a chokeslam for all I know. No one would have seen it. Ref would have turned the blind
people
eye.
that watch the game
Messi
will see
scores.
Yeah.
All the people that watch the
You
game
can't tell me
will
you've
see
watched every single Messi's goal.
it. I watched the video.
Cap.
There's videos on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it went
But
from
I'm just saying.
La
Like,
Liga literally posted a video.
I'm just
and
saying,
Do
it
you
went
you
from-
not
see-
just lie in
you
bed and
see-
watch goal
Yeah, I do.
compilations?
you're
Freaking I
seeing
do.
trimmed videos. This is what you're seeing, but this is the whole thing.
I've seen all these goals.
The whole match, every 90 minutes. Cap.
Mate, what your argument is dog.
A bit.
Now I'm just the people's voice.
Next question.
Okay.
I'm Lil Durk.
Is Darwin Núñez the biggest threat of the Liverpool front three?
Currently? Or are we saying
Like
like
current front three or
Just-
say if everyone's back
So
from
if
no
everyone's
injuries?
fit, is he the biggest?
If everyone's fit.
If everyone's fit, everyone's fit. You got your full team. Is he number one in terms of we need to cause problems to defenders? Who do we need?
right now? But I'm just gonna go with right now, to be honest.
Yeah. You guys ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. So everybody said no except for me. I'll kick this off. For me, I think he's not the best attacker in terms of ability, technical reading the game, but in terms of like how hard he'd be to mark and how unpredictable he is, I think he's the kind of guy defenders would hate to play against more than anybody else. And that's nothing to do with him being like skillful, but I think it's his movement, his speed, and his unpredictability. I think he'd be the hardest to play against, which doesn't, I'm not saying he's the best at all by any margin, but in terms of what a defender would hate to mark, they would hate to mark him. And I think Diaz second, but Diaz is a far better player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This right now, biggest threat going forward, yes, but he just lacks that finishing.
Yeah.
But to me, I think to Samuel's word, Diaz is our biggest threat.
the
He's
GOAT.
the guy that just pulls us out of the mud when we need a goal, and he just hasn't done that yet this season. So, yeah, I get what you're saying with his unpredictability and stuff, but he just needs to hit the target, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to say no, but I think he's obviously a big candidate. I think he can score in the most amount of ways. I think he can score with his head, he can score left foot, he can score right foot, he can score from outside the box, inside the box, cutbacks, in behind. So I think, to your point, you saying yes, I don't think it's crazy, but I think Salah consistently scores. And if you were to look at a stat sheet at the end of the game, you would be more surprised to see if Darwin scored than if Salah scored. So I think if you were to see that Salah scored, you'd be like, makes sense, standard. So I think that on its own for me. And then also, footballing wise, who's the biggest threat is Luis Diaz.
Clear. Yeah. That's no debate.
And that's why I have him. I think he's Liverpool's biggest threat going forward. If everyone's fit.
Yeah.
It was just surprising to see how quickly he just adapted to Liverpool's playing style. Like, it wasn't even a week.
It's beautiful.
He's incredible.
Yeah, man. And you saw him in the cup final.
Yeah.
I think that was a game where I was like, shit,
He can play.
these guys
He's
proper.
getting marked by the best right back defensively as well.
Yeah, and
Reece James.
he has different. I think the thing that I like about him, he can adapt. So he doesn't have to be the winger that scores. He can be the winger that provides for the plays that are going forward. He could be the winger that
Runs in behind.
So I don't think I'm far off. I don't think Darwin is far off, but I think this guy is just more efficient in many different ways, not just scoring.
I hear that.
I love this game.
Me too.
I reckon we'll do a couple more.
Yeah,
This guy would be a hell to mark though as well,
Yeah.
Darwin.
Yeah, he would be
He's a pest.
Like
I reckon
when
he'd
he's
be-
playing wide, I think it would be a bit easier to mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's been playing wide recently. But I think if he's playing 9,
He'd be a problem, man.
he'd be a problem,
Yeah.
especially at Anfield.
He doesn't know what he's doing. So
just
how do you know what he's
runs,
doing?
Yeah.
that'd be like a nightmare for defender. He just runs. He
Yeah.
always makes the run.
And he's like
That's
always
the thing.
like barging.
It's just
and
annoying.
Yeah,
doing
You
just
just have to run with him, and you're like,
It's just
he doesn't even get the ball, and he still runs. You still got to run. Otherwise, you look bad.
Yeah. Because the one time he does get it.
Yeah, because he's gonna blow you up.
Next question. What are the best boots of all time? So you could even choose a range like Vapor 8s, or you could choose like an actual model.
Oh my gosh.
You could even do a top 3 actually. Why not?
Yeah,
A top 3. Okay.
top 3. Shish.
If you got one, just
I'm
do
not
one.
Yeah.
I'm not a
If you
big-
have one, so do a 1, and then we could talk about like 2 and 3s if you want to.
I'm not a big boot person, but this is personally.
Yeah.
Just don't roast me. This is what.
Yeah, me neither. I just strap up. But pause. No, not pause. That's actually good. Promoting good ethics here, Mitch. You tell me to say pause.
You guys got your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Bow. Hypervenom 1s.
I was gonna say.
T90 lasers.
Oh, Chris.
CVG Preds.
Yeah.
And mine are Vapor 2s.
Yeah, Vapor 2s. No, mate, don't say that.
Chris,
I just these boots. I think emotionally have a lot of
100%.
like a special place in my heart. But I just felt like I used to wear them as well when I played, and just having the extra strap over the studs, you just felt comfortable, so cool. Also the Nike Total 90s, I had a silver pair back in the day, and they were up there. They were my second choice.
I was going to say, I think every single Liverpool fan has owned those
100%.
CVG.
My brother and I had them.
Yeah,
They
the
were-
Preds.
Yep.
yeah.
Are they X's? What are they called? I
just-
honestly
I just
couldn't
remember-
tell you.
Yeah.
I just know they're Preds, like
Yeah.
Predators.
Yeah.
The black with the red.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
he also had the white pair.
Yep,
Had them as well.
for sure.
For mine, I'm going to go with the Vapor 2s. I think the early Vapor range was just goated. But the Vapor 2s were the first Vapors that I owned that were fire.
Are these ones or two?
Those are 3s, Vapor 3s.
And these?
Those are 1s.
Ones. Oh,
So,
so,
hey.
we don't.
No, team knows.
We only don't have the ones that is your favorite.
Yeah, I need to get
Yeah, we need to get the twos
Yeah.
and put them here.
We need to chuck the 2s right in the middle there. But yeah, for me, that was like, in terms of like football marketing, what Nike was doing. Yeah, this was the era, man. Like for football.
Is that like Henri and that?
Yeah, this was like when Henri was wearing them, and there was like this Nike football game where there was like a Vapor 2 like helicopter, and you'd have to like do all these missions and stuff. It was kind of Jogabino when Jogabino just started. So that's when it was like in between like 2s and 3s, and like Nike was just doing crazy things. But yeah, these boots.
Would you say Nike or just boot promos were better back then?
It was crazy, man. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's not much anymore. Like
Now
it's
you
not
just
that big of a deal.
There's too many releases now.
yeah, exactly.
packs.
Yeah. that's true.
It's hard to make everything cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And back then, like a boot model would last pretty much 2 years,
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, definitely.
So you would only get like maybe 6 colorways in like 2 to 3 years. Whereas now it's like the Vapor 11s, Vapor 12s, you know, within a season and a
yeah,
half.
exactly.
Yeah,
Same year.
true.
Even
Yeah,
sometimes.
same year you get a new model. So I think we're moving away from like that nostalgia that this is like the new thing.
I
It's
remember
going to
being
be around.
so exciting when a new boot came
Yeah.
out, and like you said, there's so many coming out. It's kind of just
And even like going into like Rebel
Yeah.
back in the day,
yeah,
look at the new
absolutely.
boots
Yeah.
before they release, and you're like, yeah,
that
used to
on
be-
the stand
Yeah.
at the front of the aisle. Yeah,
it's
Even more
different.
recently, like I used to just do that, just go see the boots.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even
Always,
think about
as a
it.
kid,
Yeah.
I literally would
Yeah.
always
Just go look at
see
it.
the boots.
And I'd hold the boot and look at my dad.
Yeah. Like, I'd do this.
Yeah.
Looks
I'd be
cool.
like, oh, these feel good.
Yeah.
It's
That
like,
feels-
And nothing's going on in his head. He's
yeah.
like, what's this guy doing, man?
He's like looking at it and he's not even processing what he's looking at. He's like, nah, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
You, bud?
Mine, T90 lasers. I got a specific pair as well. It's the one that were like fluoro orange.
Oh, the orange pair. I thought you were going to say the green and red. And
Yeah.
black.
No, the orange one, because I have a cool story with it. So back in the day when I used to play attacking midfield, not defense like I do now. There was this one game where I had these, and I could hear the coach from the other team, "Mark the guy in the bright boots, and that just some reason I was like,
Yeah.
I'm the
I'm
guy.
famous.
Guy.
You were him, man.
Yeah, I
You were
like, I'm
him.
Himothy. You know, I'm that guy.
I'm the guy.
I
That's
was
fine.
walking around like, shit, hey, coach told me,
Torres.
I'm this
Yeah,
guy
man.
here.
Torres,
Those boots-
Rooney.
Yeah,
Those boots were
Machines
iconic.
only.
yeah.
I think I went with the Hypervenom ones.
They're cold.
And that for me is, I think, the last time that Nike released like something that made me super excited. And they paired it up with my favorite player, Neymar. He was the guy for the Hypervenoms. Them getting rid of the Hypervenoms was so sad for me. But the number ones with the golf, look like the golf ball
And
texture.
That was crazy,
Oh
man.
man,
Yeah,
the
my
black.
brother had
I'm just gonna say the OG ones, even though there was some nice colorways. But the
OG's
OG black,
classic.
the black orange
Classic.
with the skull and crossbones on the side, that boot was so hectic, and their whole thing behind it was risk everything.
yeah.
That was like the last cool.
I had the Vapor, maybe 9s at the time. And I remember my friend Spen, he recently got them, and I was like, oh, what are these? Like, because obviously we knew they were coming out, but I was like looking at them, I was like, what, put them on, mate. They like in terms of like how they felt, everything. Those boots goated. I literally switched from Vapors to wear Hypervenoms for like the next 3, 4
I know
years.
Jeremy bought these when they came out. I got a pair of all black ones, and man, the Hypervenom ones were so cool. And
Goated.
I know Jack's gonna put production's gonna put a photo of all these
Yeah.
boots on there, and it's gonna make me feel so happy.
Man, even I had Hypervenoms. Can you believe
Did
that?
you?
Yeah.
How did it fit on your foot?
I had the other
That's
ones
my
though.
problem. Got wide feet.
Yeah, you got
I had to
thick
wear
feet.
copers.
Yeah, I had
for a
the
while
copers.
because it's the only thing that
Yeah.
fit my foot.
You know that golf pan you were talking about? You know how
Yeah.
theirs was like pushed in? I had the ones where it was the other way around. Like they were like out. And you know, it was like the
texture on
orange.
the outside.
They were like the orange and black ones where it was just half. It was like half black and then half orange.
Oh, those were the
Are they 3s or 2s?
They
I'm
might
not,
have been-
I'm not too
They
sure.
might have been 2s maybe or 3s, but yeah, I remember the
Yeah, they were like half. And they were at the Nike outlet.
Yeah.
Like I used to do the
Yeah, the
thing.
trick. Don't say it. Yeah. And also, I got another shout out for the Hypervenom 2s, but there was just one in particular. You know when they released the socks on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
2s?
yeah.
Without the socks, the purple ones.
Oh, did Jeremy have them?
I had them.
Oh, you
I
had
had them when I was 15, and
I
that's
remember seeing them, mate.
that's my all-time like favorite that I've worn.
Yeah.
But this is my all-time favorite boot.
Yeah, no, Hypervenom Mom's cold.
That was a nice question.
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Tunits.
Yeah, Tunits.
Tunits.
Tunits,
Yeah,
man.
what are some other shout outs?
Tunits were busting.
I remember seeing Tunits at like Jibril Cisse.
Yeah.
Like the F50 Tunit with like when it was the machine. Like that whole campaign. Sick.
And if someone rocked up to trading and they'd said like F15 or F20s on them, you knew
Like,
fake boots.
Yeah.
Boo.
If you were buying F20s or F15s, when the F50s were, because F50s were so cold. They had the nicest color. That's when Adidas were winning. The Preds, they had those.
Do you remember the orange and highlighter yellow ones? Do you guys remember those ones?
No.
Really?
You're talking about
Yeah.
The messy ones.
Yeah.
He had the purple and
I swear every kid had them in every
Oh, I
team,
know
bro.
which ones you're talking about.
Yeah,
but I'm talking
every
about like earlier
Early
than that.
days.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
This would have been like
Like
2006.
Like Robin. Like Robin used to wear them.
yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Boots that we hated.
Boots I
Asics, man.
hated.
Any
X Blades. If you knew the kids that wore X Blades and they used to wear pants under their shorts. they were the worst.
My dad took me to Athlete's Foot for new boots, and they fitted me for Asics.
Oh no.
And like the runner boot.
Oh,
and
no.
I got home and I bawled my eyes out for like a whole night.
No, you
And
couldn't.
my mum was like, Peter, you can't make her play in these.
Yeah.
So thank God my mum took me back and went to Rebel, and I got some shoes that were not good for my feet, but I looked good.
But they looked good. That's all
Yeah,
that
the
mattered.
Asics runner boots.
Your dad
it.
took your athlete's foot.
And they were
Athlete's foot,
so
that's
heavy
a
as well.
vibe.
They were like fucking dumbbell muscles.
Yeah.
They were, but
shit would've
it's
been-
about style, not comfort.
Yeah, for real.
100%. You gotta get violated with. Oh my god.
Imagine
Nothing
if I had to do that, I reckon I would stop playing football.
Oh, I was
I
about
reckon
to
that
quit. I was
at like 11 or 12, that could have been make or break.
like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Boots literally made a kid better.
Especially if you felt like you were one of the better players.
Yeah.
You couldn't have the worst boots.
Nah, no
You had
way.
to have like some nice.
And it was intimidation.
Yeah.
Back then, like I remember, like
100%.
the dudes with the mad boots, they would psych you out, like
Yeah.
because
You'd be
before the
like,
game, you're
"Oh,
like,
shit.
that guy's got the new vapors.
Oh, shit.
And you'd be
Done.
like,
He's got the vapors.
It's done.
he's got the Ronaldo socks
Yeah.
with the vapors.
Oh my
You'd be
God.
like,
The
oh my
Ronaldo socks
god.
was such a big deal.
Man,
That was a
when
big
they came
deal.
out.
He's
My
got his
God.
shorts pulled up with his skins pulled down. God damn.
You're freaking out, and
Only
he's
the,
trash
only
as
the
well.
front of his shirt's
Yeah.
tucked in. Oh shit.
And if he had those humble shots,
Yeah.
done.
And
Game over.
did you guys ever like think like when the kids first started taping their wrists and you couldn't figure out like what tape they were using to tape their wrists and like how it looked so cool? I remember I would see it and be like, what the-" like because I used to tape my socks with electrical tape.
Yeah. I
And
use
so I was
electrical
thinking
tape.
like this doesn't look good like on my wrist. But man, those kids, I'm telling you,
Trial and error.
style is intimidation.
Yeah,
See,
man.
for in women's football, it was all about the hairstyle, like what
Oh.
headband you were using, you know, 2 pigtails, a bun. Like, if you didn't have a good hairstyle when you were playing, what was the point?
Question.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
In the women's game growing up, was there like a boot or boots that were like the go-to that all the girls were wearing, or was it kind of just a mix as well?
There was a lot of like the Nike, I think, I can't remember which ones they were, but like the bright yellow and the bright orange.
Mercurials probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
materials,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
sort of into like the Tiempos, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I love
because the
Tiempos.
Tiempos brought out like the black ones with like the pink tick. Like
Yeah.
that
Oh
was
yeah,
their
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Tiempos
I
had
think it
a-
was more about
giving me
like
so many-
brightness
Yeah,
and
yeah.
color than the actual boot.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
interesting.
know,
And I think
Yeah.
Nike were just winning at one point.
100%.
They
Even
do,
till
man.
now, they're
in
just
terms of
winning.
women's football, like
Yeah.
they know
Nike are running that.
Nike are running it up. All right, last question.
Last question.
Is Ivan Toney? He's obviously what in the top 5 goal scorers.
Yeah, I think he is.
he
Yeah, I think he could be fourth or third.
Yeah, can we say that he is good enough? Maybe not on goals, but good enough to be top 3 in terms of like abilities, strikers in the league.
Can he be? Is that the question?
Yeah, or is he?
Or
Is
he?
Ivan
Is it
Toney?
easy or can he be?
Is Ivan Toney a top 3 striker in the Prem right now? Yes, he hasn't scored. We know that, but in
He
terms
has
of
scored though. To be fair,
no, but in terms of like he's not third.
Yeah.
But in terms of like his ability, considering the team he plays at, if he was to be at, let's say, a City or a Tottenham or an Arsenal, is he a top 3 certified striker?
very interesting.
I'm not what I was gonna say.
I can give you a clue.
Licking his lips over there.
I can give you a clue if you want. Ba-da-da-da. 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 Ba-da-da-da.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. So we got no. Mr. Outlier himself, yes. Sammy with the no. But you can...
No. Let's flip it. How about you guys answer this one for once?
Okay, I'll kick this off. For me...
Right now as well. Right
Ivan
now.
Toney's sick. In terms of like his ability to win in the air, his work rate, what he does for Brentford, his
Finishing.
he's a very good striker. He's easily top 5. But I think, is he better than Haaland?
No.
He's not better than Haaland. No. And I mean, Haaland's goal scoring record throughout, not even at City, throughout, is proven
I think
himself.
there's proven like 1 and 2.
Nah.
I
Harry
think the
Kane,
third.
he's not playing his best football, but he's still scoring
He's got
goals.
20 goals now.
And he
He's
scores.
not playing his best.
He scores goals. Like I think clear. Them two clear.
That's what I mean. The 1 and 2 is
But that
done.
third spot, right?
I know who
This
I've
is
gone
where we're
with.
getting there.
I know who I've gone with.
Who are
And I know who you guys are going to say.
No, before we say who are like competing with him, there's obviously Mitrovic.
Mitrovic.
He's doing well.
Mitrovic is to me is a similar thing as Tony. They're playing for a club that's worse and they're performing extremely well. But I think as a player, I don't think Ivan Toney is even Brentford's best striker as a player. I think Mbeumo is technically
More technical?
He's technically much better.
I hear that.
I think as a player, I think that Mbeumo's better. But am I saying Mbeumo's better than Tony? No way.
Nah, Tony
'Cause
does
for me,
more.
Tony's in the top 5 strikers in the Premier League.
Tony does more.
But there's another guy that I can look
Jesus.
at. Tell exactly. That's
So
Jesus.
That's
Jesus,
who I have.
Yeah.
Thought of.
Mitrovic.
Yeah.
Darwin is in the
Darwin,
He's in the
Yeah.
converssion, but
He's
I
in
don't
the
think
convo,
he's
but he's not
better.
there
I don't
yet.
think
Yeah,
he's better
not
than
yet.
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's just them two that every
But then you look at Wilson was in extremely good form and was picked over Tony. Do I agree? Don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
But he should be in the conversation.
Yeah.
But to me, what Gabriel Jesus does as a 9, nobody else can do and get close to him in the Premier League
But-
for what he does.
I'm saying this as MJ has just stated that.
Yeah, no, I'm
exactly.
with you.
So that's why I'm saying
I'm with you.
MJ stated that Kane's not playing his best, so he's still in it. But we're then taking a guy that hasn't played more than how many games?
Well, he hasn't played since the World Cup.
Since
About
the World Cup.
15.
But
And
Well,
if we're saying
17
right
now.
now, if we're saying like who are the best strikers, and it was at the start of the year, you'd probably pick Jesus. But my reasoning is, this guy deserves his flowers at the moment. I think.
no, he hasn't played in a while too.
I know, but I think when you look at any time Brentford score, it's either him scoring or assisting, or he's scoring an important goal for them.
Oh.
I think, yes, Jesus is obviously a better striker, but I think at the moment you got to take players as they are now and what they're doing, and I think he's doing a great job for Brentford, and I think he's a better striker than Mitrovic by far.
I think so as well.
Ability and goal scoring, yes. Ability definitely, but I think sometimes you just got to give some players a bit of like, you know what, you kind of deserve this at the moment.
Yeah, no, I
Kinda
hear that.
agree.
I don't think you're completely out of
Me too.
at
Yeah.
all. But I just think because of Gabriel Jesus' abilities, I think that takes him over the line, even though
Yeah,
he
that
might not
was-
have the goals.
that
I get
was
that
to me.
and and like I'm not dumb. I know like he's obviously the third one, but I think just for now I'll just pick.
I'm not angry at it.
What are you saying, Christoph? Do you?
I just, look, I don't really watch him that much, but when they first came up, he was like everywhere.
Yeah.
He was,
Yeah,
scoring goals for them constantly. And he's definitely a great striker. He'd be in the top, I don't know, 6, maybe 5. But as for right now, I don't think so. There's players that are better than him. Although Jesus hasn't played that much this season, he's just, I'm still like shocked that he went to Arsenal, but he's just,
Yeah.
I don't think he's done enough to be top 3. That's a big shout.
Yeah, and I want to just say one thing about Tony because I feel like his game has come a long way, especially from when he was in the championship and he was scoring. I remember hearing about him and going to watch like championship games and then thinking, like he's not that good.
Yeah.
Like, maybe he's just scoring goals. Like he's just that kind of player. He's like not that good. Then when they came up to the Prem, he like started like all right. He wasn't amazing and you would never put him in these conversations. But the way that his play has evolved over the last, 15 months, he's become like a very good striker.
100%.
And it's everything about his game that has improved a lot. And I think for him to be number 4 on my list right now for best strikers in the Premier League is crazy.
I think he's probably one of the best in terms of like his aerial abilities as strikers.
Yeah.
He wins everything. Like
Composure.
anything that goes up, he wins it. I have not seen a striker at that level to be able to just win headers.
Yeah.
Like it's actually crazy, and you can see the way Brentford play off him.
Yeah,
you know,
play
to build
off.
up.
He's one of the best strikers to play off.
Oh, he's outrageous.
Yeah, and he's not just a big man. Like
No.
he's
He's got
size,
a good touch.
his ability
Yeah.
is very
Yeah.
nice.
So I think his overall game is actually very impressive. And I think for him, it's probably just a matter of time before he breaks into that top 3. Really,
But I mean,
Yeah.
is
But
that
it's a
going to happen
tough-
now? Because
My question is,
Big Gabby.
he pleaded guilty.
my question
Oh yeah,
is,
he's.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he
forgot
pleaded
about
guilty.
that.
So
When does that? When do you know when?
I don't
I
know,
remember
man.
hearing about that, and I'm like, why is he still playing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it. I think he's just going to play until the sentence comes in.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And I'm annoyed because I don't think it's that bad.
It's pretty bad.
it's,
I don't
it's
think
just
it's that
breaking
bad.
the law, but it's not bad.
I don't think it's
It's
that
just breaking a rule that was set.
I
there.
don't think he should be banned because the talk was 3 years.
Okay,
Whoa.
that's-
Yeah.
No.
So that's what I mean. I don't ban him for 6 months.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like, yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna justify what he did. I didn't know it was 3 years.
That's what the talk had been.
That's
Jesus.
That's
so silly.
3 years, and what is he, 27 now?
So silly.
26, 27.
26,
I think
26. If he's that,
he's done. 3 years is
that's he's
it.
done. It's his whole prime gone.
Yeah.
And then everyone just forgets about him. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly, just like that.
Stupid. But anyway, it's been
Yeah.
a great game.
Wow.
that was so fun. Thanks.
How the hell
It's
did I
great
get
to be
here?
back.
How the hell?
How the hell did I get here?
Had
Shout
to go
out.
back.
Everyone that was involved in these questions, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, shout out all you that are in the comments. Shout out you
Let me give a
guys.
shout out. There was a couple comments.
Shout out you guys, man. You make
Let me
our
give a
week. You
shout
make my
out.
day when I read that shit. I love everyone.
Do you think England played better if Tooney was in the?
Stop saying Tony. You said Tony just before.
I
you don't
absolutely
have to go, you don't have to go back to
died when
Tooney.
Tom
You
was
don't
like,
have to
"Well,
go
that's not
back
his
to
name."
Tooney. He always says Tooney.
But do you think England play better with him than Kane? Do you think they make
No, I think
takes off a little bit of like
Kane
he's out?
playing well is better for England.
yeah.
But is that England
But
playing
now
better? Is that England playing better? I think everything has to try go through Kane. Like,
but England,
It's a
but
big
England don't-
gamble
they don't
playing
play
him
like
over Kane.
Yeah. And they don't play like Brentford.
I know,
That's very
but I'm
true.
saying it doesn't have to be Tooney. I'm just saying any striker
Who's good
who's good,
would be better for England. Is that
would
what
it be
you're saying?
better for England because
Nah, I don't think
it's not like it has to go through Kane, you know? I feel like Kane, they're like, everyone does, they don't want to say it, but it's like,
I
everything
think
has
you'll
to go
get
through him.
ridiculed, but I don't think that you're making the worst argument.
Yeah.
But I think you'll
yeah, I
get
get
ridiculed
what
you-
because based off his Euros performances, the Harry Kane, it could have been someone else playing up front, and
Exactly.
and they could have been better.
Yeah.
But it's because it's Harry Kane and what he does consistently every season.
You can't.
He's scored. Him and
like-
Shearer are
yeah.
two of the only players to ever score 20 goals in 6 seasons. That's all that
It'd be outrageous to just
Yeah.
not play Harry Kane at this
It
point.
would be.
Yeah, he
So
just-
as much as you can debate it, want to argue it, think what would be better, it's just never going to happen. So is it worth
But
it?
yeah, I'm gonna shout out Lockie Genius.
Yeah.
And his question was, how much do you think Declan Rice is worth?
Is that Jermaine Genius's brother?
Yeah, Mr. JJ's brother.
Mitch loves another
Gandhi
JJ.
Banks said, bring back the whiteboard segments. That one was for you.
Whiteboard
What-
segment's back.
What Mitch say?
He said he loves JJ.
I got one as well.
You got a question?
Yeah, shout out to someone in the comments,
Oh yeah.
in the YouTube ones. Not really much of a shout out, but shout out to Jack Cheeseman for giving us his list of
Top
and a
10.
paragraph as well. He gave us a reason as to why Party's been influential and all about
Jack Cheeseman is consistently.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's a goat.
consistently watching.
Hey, you deserve your flowers, man. He gave us a list of his top 10 as well. He's put De
love
Bruyne
that.
first.
Don't we still have to leak your list as
I
well
love
while we're
that.
on that?
Yeah, we got to leak
Yeah.
it.
Oh, anyone
We'll put him on the story, I reckon.
Yeah, we just put the list on the
I'll do it
story.
on Friends Only on TikTok. And then that way you have to follow me to find out. And then I can get to
And
a
then you can
thousand
get to
to be
1,000.
on live.
Oh, and also we started doing TikTok lives.
Yeah.
That was
Little
actually
game
that was
shows.
one of the most fun I've ever had. I think.
Yes.
That was excellent.
So if you guys, want me to be on them or something,
Yeah, get him.
Yeah,
Get
give
him
me
followers
1,000,
up.
please.
You on next.
I'm not asking for much. Otherwise, I'll pay for it.
It's been Let Him Shoot.
Thank you.
Back again. Another episode. Let's go.